You, you would you would think that Republicans know that the American people largely, maybe not everybody, but largely is on to their bullshit fake-triotism. It's not patriotism, it's fake-triotism. Am I putting enough stank on the P and the F there? Bernie Moreno, senator from Ohio, had a shocking victory in November against Sherrod Brown. A very disappointing outcome. And Bernie Moreno is, to say he's unqualified and incapable of being someone in governance, someone, a legislator in the United States Senate, it's an understatement. It's amazing to me the depths to which the Republican Party has just destroyed itself. And it's not like there was a bunch of geniuses before, but man, it is just a whole different deal when you've got people like J.D. Vance, and I know he's vice president now, but he was a United States senator, and Bernie Moreno and that dipshit from Oklahoma, Mark Wayne Mullen, Tommy Tuberville, like these just like unbelievably unintelligent individuals, just dipshits. You kind of expect that kind of a thing in the House of Representatives. Oftentimes, that's kind of where they cut their teeth, and then they eventually graduate and run for office to be a United States senator after they've gained an ability to understand things. I don't know. The Senate has largely, for a long time, been kind of the upper house, like the House of Lords, if we're modeling it after the Parliament in the United Kingdom. And it's just not that way anymore. Bernie Moreno, this guy, is doing the Trump thing where we love the flag and we're going to ban the flag of other countries from being on display on the Capitol grounds. Because apparently, I guess he doesn't like the Ukrainian flag and really hates the Palestinian flag. But we're gonna raise some questions here. So I went to his website, and this is what I found. Today, this is new Moreno bill to ban flags of foreign nations from Capitol. Today, Senator Bernie Moreno, Republican of Ohio, introduced the Allegiance Act of 2025, a new bill to prohibit the flags of foreign nations from being flown inside the United States Capitol building. When I came to this country as a child, I swore allegiance to America and America alone, which is why it's so deeply offensive to me to see elected officials flying the flags of foreign nations like Ukraine in the halls of Congress, said Moreno. I love that he's said Moreno, that he's posting to his website, that's the Moreno website. We swore an oath to the American people. We would always put them first. Let's start acting like it and stop sending billions overseas on endless wars while average Americans are struggling. While you're cutting Social Security and gutting social safety net programs. Yeah, you really care about that. So here's the bill. But before I read from it, let me say this. A flag, I'm going to state the obvious here. Very self-evident stuff. A flag is a symbol by which you can communicate ideas. Another way for communicating ideas is speech. So if he wants to restrict the types of speech that happen on Capitol Hill that he doesn't like, that is Congress making a law abridging the freedom of speech. Where have I? What a weird thing. I know I've seen it somewhere. It just seems to ring a bell that there's somewhere language that says Congress shall make no law abridging freedom of speech or the right of the people to redress their government. It's somewhere in here. It sounds familiar, right? See, it doesn't matter to a Republican. They don't give a shit about the Constitution. This is as much of a prop as a flag is to them. Abridging the freedom of speech of Americans and others is part and parcel of what the Republican Party wants to do, especially where it relates to something they don't agree with. They want to ban Ukrainian flags and Palestinian flags while, and we'll get to it, other flags are A-OK in their book because that's speech they like. Here's what the bill says. in the Senate of the United States, we'll just give the title here, to prohibit displaying the flag of a country other than the United States on Capitol Hill, and to prohibit members of Congress from using official funds to purchase the flag of a country other than the United States. That's ultimately what it is here. And then we'll put both pages up here of the bill so you can read it. But let me ask Bernie, bring it in, brother. Now, come on, a little closer. What would you say to your colleagues, my friend? For instance, Kat Kamek. Here's a headline from the Times of Israel. Republican vows to fly Israeli flag outside Congress office next to Rashida Tlaib. Newly elected Florida Representative Kat Kamek says it'll be very helpful for Democrat of Palestinian descent to walk past it every day. I guess when you fly a foreign flag and it's as a point of bigotry, it's A-okay, right? If you want to use it to throw in the face of someone who supports a population that is currently being genocided, then it's okay. Here's Brandon Williams also displaying the Israeli flag as a measure to taunt protesters in the United States Capitol. You think Bernie Moreno, not Bernie Sanders, you think it's going to impact these particular usages of a foreign flag? Or Rick Scott, here's Rick Scott in his office, really putting on a show about how much he loves and respects this rabbi, standing in front of an Israeli flag in the United States Capitol complex. Yeah. One, this bill has little chance of actually going through unless they kind of shove it into some kind of an appropriations bill. But hopefully, Democrats will actually show some leadership and stop voting for Republican bills. Stop voting for Republican nominees in the United States Senate. Stop. If the Republicans want to pass their budgets, if the Republicans want to pass this nonsense, let them do it on their own. They don't need your help. After what we've been seeing with the 10 Democrats attacking and censuring Al Green, I have my doubts as to whether they can muster the courage, muster the ability to resist Donald Trump and this fascist march we're currently on in our country. I'm not discounting the possibility that they'll do the right thing, but it's going to take pressure on your part. You need to memorize this number, the Capitol switchboard, which is 202-224-3121. Tattoo it on the inside of your eyelids, or, even easier, not quite as painful, program it into your phone. Pause this video, the number's on the screen, 202-224-3121. Program this in your phone, Capitol switchboard. All you got to do, call, tell them your zip code. They will connect you to the representative or the senator that you're looking for. When they answer the phone, you just tell them what you want. No to this stupid ass flag bill. Yes to this, no to that. You don't have to get into a debate. You just tell them. They will, and listen, it does move the needle, even when you call Republicans. Because if they know the groundswell of support, it will sway them. It's not an immediate thing, and it's going to take numbers, but it's the best action you have right now, other than protest. But just make sure it's an American flag. That's what's important. Transparent morons. Anyway, what do you think? I invite you to this conversation. You can comment below in the comment section. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. If you want to help support this work, help me produce these videos, that would be fantastic. You can click the join button below, become a channel member, or you can go to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Both those are great ways. I'm on social media. If you're there too, we could link up. I am at Dollemore, mainly on Blue Sky, but everywhere else, Instagram and TikTok. And I'm not active on the Nazi Twitter, but just about everywhere else. Facebook, all the places. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.